Okay, so last time we did volume of prisms, which means we're going to move on to volume of pyramids today. We're going to do a quick review of prisms because prisms and pyramids are related. So recall, volume is how much space an object occupies, measured in cubic units. Also, for volume of a prism, we had said that volume equals, remember, that's area of the base times the height. So to find this volume, we had written out the formula. In this example, the area of the base was given to us. Yeah, it's a capital B. It told us the area of that bottom was 18. And the height of my prism was 8. And then 18 times 8 is 144. And our units for a volume was always cubic units. So that's how we did prisms. And then sometimes they got harder where like they didn't give us the area. We had to compute the area first. So on to pyramids. Interestingly enough, if we have a pyramid with the same base and the same height as that prism, so notice the 18 is the same as the 18 and the 8 is the same as the 8, then 3 of the pyramids actually equal 1 prism. So 3 of these equal 1 of those. So because of that, we now know the formula. So if I just want 1 of these, I know that a pyramid is going to be a third of a prism. So it's the same formula as prism, but now there's the third out in front. So we'll do this volume. Area of that base was still 18. Height is 8, and this is going to remind me of those triangles. I can take a third of whichever number I want. Basically, just ask yourself which number can be divided by 3. The 18 can, so a third of 18 is 6, and 6 times 8 is 48 cubic centimeters. And actually 48 is a third of 144. So it's just a third of the formula. So same formula, just now there's a little fraction in there. All right, so again, I give you the volume formula, 1/3 area of the base times the height. For these two examples, we're gonna practice that. We're practicing examples where the area of the base is given to us, which makes it much easier. We are going to get into ones where we have to calculate that area first. But for now, let's just write out our formula. Keep that 1/3. Area of the base is 15. And the height is 9. Take a third of one of the numbers, just divide it by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Bring down the 9 I haven't used yet, and my volume is 45 cubic inches. Okay, one more of those. Again, I see those square units. That means they're giving me the area down here. So volume equals 1/3. Area of the base times the height. Area of the base is 10. Height is 7. Okay, now for this one, I can't divide either of these numbers by 3. It's just not going to come out pretty. That's okay. So actually, I'm going to do the 10 times 7 first. 10 times 7 is 70. And to multiply a fraction with a whole number, I can just put this over 1. 1 times 70 is 70. 3 times 1 is 3. You could leave it as 70 thirds. If you want, you can get its decimal by typing it in. 70 divided by 3. And we get 23.3 repeating. I'm pretty sure most of the examples today you'll have at least one of the numbers that can be divided by 3, but just in case it pops up, you can leave it as a fraction or you can divide it and round. All right, there's a section of those to do on your own. I'm going to move on to the next section. All right, now we're getting into the trickier ones. They are not going to give us the area of the base. You can look at the first one. They tell me this dimension and this dimension. I don't see any square inches pointing to that whole face. So I'm going to have to calculate the area first. Again, we're going to need those area formulas. That sheet, I'm using those a lot this unit. So this is a rectangular pyramid. It actually helps you out. It tells you which shape is the base. So here is my base. So first we're going to calculate that area. Area for a rectangle is length times width. My length is 8 and my width is 7. The two pieces on that rectangle down here. 8 times 7 is 56. Now that I have the area of the base, I can go ahead and calculate the volume of my pyramid. 1/3 area of the base times the height. That 56 is going to go in for that capital B. Similar to the prisms, you just have a 1/3 now. Height of my pyramid is that 6, how tall it is. All right, now I'm thinking about which number can be divided by 3. I would much rather divide 6 by 3 than 56 by 3. So 1/3 of 6 is 2. And 2 times 56 is 112 cubic inches. All right, our next pyramid is a square pyramid. Again, the name helps you out. There is a square down here. They both have a dimension of 6. So for my base, area of a square is side squared. So I have 6 squared, and 6 times 6 is 36. Now I can find the volume. That 36 we just found is going to go in for that capital B. Height of my pyramid is 15. Both of these numbers can be divided by 3. I'm just going to do the first one. 1/3 of 36 is 12. And 12 times 15 is 180 cubic meters. Okay, last one of these that we'll do together. Triangular prism. So I'm looking for this big triangle on the bottom. A little bit of a weird looking picture, but you can see the triangle. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So in this blue triangle down here, the base, the bottom is 12. Now I want the height of the triangle, not the height of the pyramid. So I'm still looking at the blue piece. The height is 10. It's not 17, that's the height of the pyramid, which we'll use later. 1/2 of 12 is 6, and 6 times 10 is 60. On to volume. That's 60. It's going to go in for that capital B. Now I want the height of the pyramid, which is the 17. 60 divided by 3 is 20. And 20 times 17 is 340 cubic centimeters. So a little bit more work. when you have to find the area of the base first, make sure you're grabbing your area formulas for the correct shape. All right, there are 3 of those for you to try on your own. I'm going to go on to the last page. The last page is to find a composite volume. We did one of these with prisms too, where you have 2 different 3D shapes, okay? So let's start with the shape on the bottom. The shape on the bottom, I look at the base, I see a rectangle. Now if I look up top, there's another rectangle. That actually means it's a prism. So the bottom is a rectangular prism. Plus, well, if there's a rectangle down here, we just said there's another rectangle up here, and I'll even label it. It has the same exact dimensions. But this shape comes to a point, so it's a rectangular pyramid. So we have to use what we did yesterday with what we did today. Either way, in both examples, we need to find the area of that base first. The bottom was that rectangle, length times width. So 7 times 6, which is 42. For prisms, the volume formula was area of the base times the height, right? The prisms don't have the 1/3 in them, just the pyramids do. So that 42 goes in for that capital B. Now I need the height of the prism, not the pyramid, the block on the bottom. How tall that is that 3.55. And then 42 times 3.55 is 149.1. All right, that will take care of our prism. Onto our pyramid. We still need that base. Okay, so if I look at my pyramid, the base is here. Well, isn't that the exact same as the base down here? You could do all this work again, or you could just say, oh, I know it's 42 again. I have the exact same rectangle. This time though, when I compute the volume, because it's a pyramid, I need that 1/3. That 42 goes in again. Now I need the height of the pyramid, of the item up top. That's the 3. We haven't used that yet. Both of these numbers can be divided by 3, but it's much easier to divide 3 by 3. 1/3 of 3 is just 1. Bring down that 42, and 1 times 42 is 42. My final step is to add them. And we get 191.1 cubic centimeters. All right, there is one of those for you to try. Your teacher has the answer sheet to check your answers over, and that's it.